Hey, everybody.
Hello.
This is Scott and Bethany Palmer, the money couple.
It's so great to be with you guys.
Yeah, it's awesome. We're just joining you for Wealth Wednesday.
Yes.
It's another Wednesday. Can you believe that? Most of us have our kids back in school.
I know.
And so we're getting into
Crazy.
some kind of groove. Yeah, Wealth Wednesday. We're all about making you more prosperous, and we're all about making your relationship more prosperous.
Absolutely.
And today is a little interesting because we're going to take a little bit of a different topic that we talk about a lot.
Oh, before we start, we have to tell people we love the thumbs up.
Oh, yeah.
Love the questions. We love the comments.
Absolutely.
If you're listening to this after we went live, please be sure, let us know what you think. Give us some other input. We love having your feedback.
Thank you for your comments.
Absolutely.
They're amazing.
Yep.
So today we're talking about something a little salty.
Yes, that's right.
And today we're talking about a subject that we cover a lot in our books. And when we're doing our workshops and seminars, we talk about this a lot. And usually we talk about a lot of things before, but we're just going to jump right in today.
That's right. And what are we going to jump in about?
If your spouse or maybe you are cheating on each other.
That's right.
When it comes to your money.
That's right.
So the question is, are you cheating or is your spouse cheating today when it comes to money? And so about 10 years ago, Bethany and I were sitting in a boardroom with some friends, and we were talking about this subject of lying, cheating, hoarding money, and somebody in the room
inside of a relationship.
That's right. And Bethany actually said it's like financial infidelity, and so it was really interesting. We started using that term.
We said it's as bad. Actually, we were talking. It said it's as bad. It can feel as bad as sexual infidelity.
Yeah.
And then we were like, but it's financial, so it's financial infidelity.
Yeah.
And we were just talking about just how challenging it is. I'll never forget this gentleman, and they both kept money on the top of their refrigerator. They had each had their own bins, and every time they had a little extra money, they would stick half in his and half in hers. And he went to go buy a putter, I think it was.
Yeah, it was putter or driver.
Putter or driver or something. And he went to go into his bin, and his money wasn't there. And he went to his wife, and he's like, "Where's my money?" And she's like, "Oh, I took that. I went and bought a blouse." And what did he say? After that, he said, "It felt like she cheated on me. The fact that she stole my money that I was saving for my putter, it really felt like she was cheating on me." So the whole concept of financial infidelity is just running rampant inside of relationships.
And it's big stuff and small stuff.
Yeah,
I mean, it's big
is.
stuff. Like, I know we even deal with that.
Okay, so true confessions. Here we go. We're going to admit to my financial infidelity that I did as recently as a month ago. And the thing about financial infidelity is it can kind of creep in, and you kind of get carried away, and you don't even know you're doing it. So this is what happened. So I told Scott, he's like, okay. So I went and got it. It was online and stuff. And when it was online, it was like, ooh, they're having a little sale. So this is on sale. Ooh, that's cute. I think I'll get that too. But this is on sale. And hey, there's a code. If you put the code in, then you get another 20% off if you spend over $100. So, ooh, I got to make sure I spend over $100. And all of a sudden, I have 5 blouses, and I remember going and buying it and being like, it's a little bit more than one, but oh well. And then, about 3 days later, what happened?
Well, a very large bag showed up, and I was like, that's a lot heavier than just one blouse. And so I was like, what happened to the one blouse thing? And
you go, when did we decide on 5 blouses?
Yeah, when did we make that decision? But that's how it starts.
Yeah,
now,
and it hurt. It kind of feels, you feel like, you told me 1.
Yeah.
But then I just go and get 5. But I justify it. I mean, I justify it actually pretty well. But is that right? And does that make us feel closer to each other? I would not say so. No.
And so we see this happening all over the place. And part of it is just recognizing that we do it. And I have plenty of stories too. Yeah. I mean, trust me, I could take a lot of time with my different golf equipment and
You're the big equipment guy.
I'm a big ticket dropper.
Yeah.
But the reality is we've got to start working through this as couples because it really is driving us apart. And it so doesn't have to. Right. So I want to break down 3 things to look for and 3 points that we want you to walk away with in regards to financial infidelity. The first one is you need to go to our website and take something called the
Money relationship.
Yeah, money relationship index. And basically what this is designed to do.
And you go down to the bottom of our site, click there, and it's an assessment. It's
Right.
not the money personality assessment.
Not the money personality assessment.
It's the other one. Yeah.
This one is really designed to this one's a lot of fun because it's basically designed to measure the level of financial infidelity that you have in your relationship. And if it helps, we took it and we're still registering way too high to be the
So it's like
money
0
couple.
to 100,
Yeah,
and we're
0.
like 21.
Yeah,
so
we were
like
at 21, and we're supposedly experts,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
we're
right.
still
Yeah.
scoring. But kind of what I would like to do is give you some examples of things that you can be looking for to see if you have financial infidelity. You know, has someone in the relationship maybe applied for a loan that you didn't even know that? I just talked to somebody this week. Their wife actually had looked into a loan to possibly buy some property in a different state. And so
he didn't even know about it.
He didn't know about it. You know, if you didn't pay a bill that you both agreed to pay, what happened with that bill? What's happening? Financial infidelity. Maybe you find a secret stash of cash. Maybe you find a secret credit card.
It's not always, a lot of times people think financial infidelity is like if you spend behind somebody's back. But it can also be if you save behind
Absolutely.
somebody's
And
back.
that's a lot of defensive position where people just don't trust the other person, so they start this secret stash of cash. It's still financial infidelity. It might be a good fiscal move, but it's not. It's still done in lies.
You didn't agree upon it.
Right. And last but not least is if you have one person in the relationship that 100% controls the finance. So you made some past mistakes in the past. So whatever. But if you've got a person that absolutely controls the finances and doesn't want you to have anything to do with them, you're looking at financial infidelity and you have a problem. Yeah. So the first point is just really, identifying if that's something in your relationship.
Exactly. Now, financial infidelity, and we talked about this is a kind of our point number 2, it hurts the marriage. I know a lot of times it's like, well, he has his money and I have all my money and we just do our separate things. Well, here's the thing. Money impacts just about every decision you make as a couple. It's amazing. It can be a small amount or a big amount. I mean, I just went and put gas in my car. There was a money decision. Am I going to use high grade, low grade gas? There's a money component to just about everything. And most decisions that you're making as a couple has a money component. You know, we're looking at our kids and sports, and we're talking about, our one child wants to be on a club team and all the money that it's going to cost for that. I mean, there's just a money component to just about everything. So you're fooling yourself if you think that you can separate your dollars. You are absolutely fooling yourself because it's not possible. It's kind of like going on separate date nights, frankly. And so what happens is financial infidelity can creep in super in small ways, but it can really blow up into big financial infidelity, kind of like sexual infidelity. I mean, it can start at the water cooler at work and, just an innocent little flirting or whatever. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, well, let's go off to coffee. And then all of a sudden, oh, well, you know what? I'm not going to tell my spouse, but we're going to go out to dinner. And then you're full on in a sexual infidelity situation. Same thing with money. It starts with little things like what I'm doing with Scott and saying, oh, well, just a few little blouses here. It can blow up into something really big to where I'm not going to, but, people are, hiding credit cards and things like that. They're hiding big savings amounts and not telling their spouse. Again, it goes both ways, not just spending, but also savings. So it really, really hurts the relationship because you know what it does? It hurts the trust. And if you don't have trust inside of a relationship, where can that relationship go? Only down.
And the reality is, too, they're going to find out.
That's so true.
Sooner or later, they're going to find out.
He saw the blouses.
Just like with sexual infidelity. We were dealing with a couple, and he had a 20-year affair. Yeah. And so you would think after 20 years, this is going to sound rude, but he would maybe get good at hiding himself, but after 20 years it came out. Is the exact same thing with financial infidelity. When you go to refinance a house and suddenly the other one person is saying, hey, this is wrong, there's a $20,000 credit card that showed up. Oh, well, actually, that's my credit card that you don't know about. Or whatever it might be, sooner or later, you're going to find out. So first thing we want to do, first point is you really have to recognize the financial infidelity by some tall tale signs that we went over, and then take the financial relationship index to really kind of get your arms wrapped around where your relationship hits. The second thing is financial infidelity will hurt your marriage. There's no way to get out of it, and they will find out. And the second thing the last thing is, how do you take action if you do have financial infidelity in your marriage.
Yeah.
Now, the first point under that is if you're the one having the financial infidelity and you've got those secret accounts, or you've been savings accounts, if you're the one committing it, you have to go admit it. Yeah. And you have to just get it out there, and you have to be ready for a fight. We've got some great material on how to fight fair about money, and often financial infidelity is more of a defensive position than an offensive position. The other person needs to acknowledge that and understand, I did this because I don't trust the way that you manage our money. But you got to get it out there. You got to confess it, and then you have to go ahead and risk having that fight to figure out how you're going to cure it.
Yeah, exactly. But if you really love each other and you ultimately want a fantastic relationship, with which we all do, start with just admitting it and then talking about what you're going to do to not do it in the past. And maybe some of the reasons why you feel like you have to commit it. I mean, that's kind of it. Okay, now what happens if you are on the other side?
You're the recipient of the financial infidelity.
Here's the question of asking yourself, what am I doing to put the person that I love in the position to want to commit financial infidelity?
You know, maybe you're not allowing them to spend anything.
Ever.
Maybe you're a control freak with the money.
Oh my gosh.
And you're a hyper saver.
It happens all the time.
And they don't feel any kind of flexibility to spend. They will go out and spend.
That's
and
right.
So it's a little bit of a self-realization. I mean, most of us don't go, hey, it's Monday, I think I'm going to sabotage my relationship financially.
Yeah.
It's over time. It's not always to hurt the other person. It's just because, like I said, a lot of financial infidelity is people being in a defensive position, not an offensive position. So I love what Bethany said. You really do have to ask yourself, what am I doing here? You have to take the emotion out of it, and you're going to have to confront the person. I mean, you're going to have to say, hey, I found this in our finances. Talk to me about this. I don't want to fight about it. I don't want to scream about it. I just want to know why you think you have to have this secret credit card, why you think you have to have the secret savings account, and talk it out. That will teach you more than you'll ever know about your relationship, and it can put you guys on an awesome path to recovery.
Now, we always say if there's two people inside of a relationship that really want to make it right, it can be right.
Absolutely.
There's tips, there's tools. We put together so many resources for you. But today we just really want to focus, again, ask yourself, are you committing financial infidelity, or are you driving the person that you love towards financial infidelity?
Great question.
And those are the questions that we want you to ask today. Again, it's so great to be with you. We love thumbs up. We love hearts coming across the screen.
Hey, we're going to be on the Everyday Show in about an hour and 20 minutes.
Right, up in Denver.
Up in KDVR Fox.
That's right.
And so if you're in Denver or Colorado, come see us. If not, do kdvr.com and watch the interview.
That's right. There you go. Well, everybody just have a great day.
Happy Wealth Wednesday.
Happy Wealth Wednesday. And as always, make it happen.